man? It's your boy. I'm back, man, with another reaction. We got 1090 Jake tries to expose Larry Hoover, but it backfires, man. Hey, let's get straight to it. I think the video from a nickname Point and Shoot or something. Shout out to him, bro.
All right, so for this video,
satirical comedy, purpose of absurd humor.
All right, so for this video, I want to talk to you guys about the most famous
snitch monitor himself, nigga. 1090 Jake. I don't know how he got in the black community. I don't know how he got to be the voice of this shit, but they let him, bro. So
white Florida blood from Boston. 1090 stakes because he's back in the news, and this time he's facing backlash for trying to quote unquote expose legendary Chicago gang.
Why he always doing that shit, bro? Like, and he like it be real niggas like in the community fucking with him though. Hold on. Come on, man.
Leader Larry Hoover for being a rat. And
don't be mad at you. Like, that's all this nigga keep trying to do, bro. He ain't doing this to no white folks either, bro. I don't get how niggas fuck with him, bro. Besides being stupid. Like, he ain't exposing nobody but black folks.
Weirdo
like,
Vlad TV that he's not exposing snitches anymore. And
one thing about me, nigga, I'm gonna bring up race.
That's why I don't even, snitching videos is over.
I'm not going, bro. Like, and it ain't acting hard, it ain't none of that. It's just one thing about me. I'm gonna stand on this race shit forever, nigga. On me. I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not. He should not have no voice in this shit. Nigga, they said he snitched, nigga. Like, what the hell?
So that was obviously like, a lie, which is not surprising because Jake is a well-documented liar and storyteller and fraud. But I did want to talk about this new video.
And then he ain't exposing no white folks. That's another thing, too. It ain't just... Like, it ain't like it's fair, like he doing white, and he only going for black folks. Like, hell nah, nigga.
Made because it's so stupid. It's just a huge nothing burger.
Damn,
and it's obvious that he only put this video out because Larry Hoover's been in the news lately for getting pardoned by Donald J. Trump.
That boy Hoover, hey, is he gonna get out though? We gotta see.
The documentation Jake uses is newspaper articles. It's not paperwork.
Bro, that's him.
I never knew you could get paperwork that goes this far back, but this is a documented shooting that took place. And, you know, I have the news clippings in this video. Y'all can see it. Y'all can look it up for yourselves. It ain't a secret. It's been out for fucking 57 years.
So this 57-year-old newspaper clipping is the basis for Jake's expose. What? This is just a newspaper article, and it's quoting the police. It's not even, there's no narrative that's signed. It's not an affidavit. It's not a witness statement. This is a newspaper article, and the newspaper article basically says that Larry Hoover got shot by his rival gang members and he got hit in the legs and ended up telling on those people to the police from his hospital bed. Now, I do want everyone to understand that this is a newspaper article from the 1960s in Chicago, and it's the police that are being quoted. This is all just the police telling the newspaper what they say. Larry Hoover. Chicago in the 60s was one of the biggest criminal organizations in America. What? You know, the corruption in the 60s with that department is insane.
They got like one of the worst police, I guess, departments ever. Like, bruh, like, Chicago don't give a fuck, bro.
They're not credible at all, and I don't understand why we're even talking about this.
Okay,
and
they're not credible.
In the middle of the fucking day in the principal's office. What? There were witnesses everywhere. There were multiple bystanders that got hit. There were people telling people stuff all over the place. They picked the guys up minutes after they shot. These guys did not get arrested because of Larry Hoover. The cops are trying to put this on Larry Hoover to try to make him out as a snitch, I think. This is what happened.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't make sense that they've got these guys in custody minutes after, and then they go to the newspaper and try and attribute these arrests
Jake
to, like,
told too, so even if he did, I don't care either way, but even if he did, nigga, they say you snitch, nigga.
What Larry Hoover told them, did Larry Hoover take the stand, by the way? Do we have anything that actually, I mean, is there any proof that Larry even said any of this, or are we just going off the cops' words? Because I think it needs to go a little bit further. It's like that nigga take pride in
trying to take down, like, big niggas in the black community, like, on me. Like, he tried to do Boston Richie, Larry Hoover. I don't even watching that much. I don't know who else, but the nigga lame,
labeling someone like Larry Hoover a snitch. Okay, that's crazy. So 1090 Jake puts this video out, and people are not happy about it. He's all over the blogs. People are reminding him that he is one of the most famous snitches in the world.
Exactly,
blogs,
nigga.
People are reminding him that he is one of the most famous snitches in the world. What? and it's just not really going very well for him. His video flopped. It only got 150,000 in the first day. So the video is not performing well. It's not.
Baby, like,
it only got 150,000.
Sick of this nigga, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Man, you and No Jumper, bro. Y'all and Vlad, man. I'm sick of y'all, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Until some major respect is shown to black folks, I'm sick of you niggas, man.
1,000 in the first day. So the video is not performing well. It's not.
I mean, everybody know Vlad wouldn't be nothing without hip hop. Same with everybody know that, but I'm just saying though.
At all, and it's just so funny because he's put himself in a lot of danger
nigga.
For a lot, not a lot of money. And as we all know, Jake has publicly stated that he only does that. He only exposes snitches in the interest of gaining money so that he can support his new relationship. What? And that's true. And so I want to play you this clip of 1090 Jake explaining that he doesn't. I don't care about any of this shit. I only really expose snitches because I need money.
I wasn't making money off of this shit. I wouldn't give a fuck. For sure.
So he does this all for money. It's only in the interest of money. And I want to play you some more of this. This is really interesting. This is where it gets really sort of weird. When Jake starts lying, and then he starts. Clip is going to show Bootleg Kev sort of check 1090 Jake on the fact that he's like sort of destroying people's lives by labeling them a snitch. And he asks Jake how he feels about that, and Jake pretty much denies that these people's careers are affected by his videos. He's like, nobody cares about when I do a video on somebody. Nobody gives a fuck about what I say. I'm just doing what I do so I can get some money.
Drop shit on people that have still maintained their career. Like
Boston Richie was one of your famous ones, right?
Yeah.
That affected his career negatively.
Like 6 days after that shit dropped, when I dropped that shit, he got signed for like $6 million.
True.
So
I think he was getting signed anyway.
You know what I mean? And it's like, people are still gonna have their opinion on that. Like, oh, he gave fake names, whatever. And I can show you what name was real and what name, but it's like, who gives a fuck?
So Jake
but
says
who are
nobody
you,
gives a
bro?
fuck.
Like,
so that okay. So what he's saying is that when he makes a video about someone labeling them a snitch and getting millions and millions of views and ruining their image, that no one cares about it and that it doesn't really affect the person's career. Now I want you to pay attention to that. Jake says nobody cares.
Like,
no one gives.
Like, that's the thing. Like, cause it be real rappers. Like I mean, it's been a minute since I seen a nigga really say 1090 Jake exposed this nigga or whatever. But it be real rappers, bro. Like, really trying to get this nigga to expose niggas, bro. It's like,
there's a fact about saying that when someone gets labeled a snitch, no one at the end of the day really cares, and that it's not. People are still going to listen to their music and everything else, right? Okay, so minutes later, Bootleg Kev asks Jacob if there was ever a time when he had paperwork on someone labeling them a snitch that he decided not to make a video about. And Jake says, yes, there is someone that I decided not to make a video about, even though they are a snitch. And listen to the reason why he didn't make the video.
Have you decided to not expose somebody for whatever reason, even though you have shit where you're like, maybe...
Yeah, I got a interrogation video on a big rapper.
Why haven't you dropped it?
Because I know what it's gonna turn into. The thing is, I already know
I heard
that
you know who
he's
he's talking about.
Is gonna get a pass, so why do it?
Yeah, why stir up
wait,
some
what?
shit?
Oh, that who it is gonna get a pass.
Bro, why is he talking like that, bro? Like, man, who does he think he is, bro? Like, bro. Did he grow up in the all black? Like, who he think he is? Like, talking about a past, like, bro, who is this nigga, bro? He went to jail or whatever, but bro, man,
It's gonna turn.
like, bro, you acting like you really stamped, like, bro.
The thing is, I already know that who it is gonna get a pass, so why do it?
Yeah, why stir up some shit?
Why stir up some shit that ain't
Nah,
fucking,
nigga, you wasn't gonna stay watch
so
stir
why-
up shit. You like doing that. He said that. Don't act like you agreeing with him.
do it.
Yeah, why stir up some shit?
Why stir up some shit that in a fucking,
Nigga, you
2
like
weeks
stirring
nobody's
up
gonna give a
shit,
fuck
nigga.
about. And it's just gonna cause me more of a pain in the ass than anything. So I don't need the money that bad.
What the fuck did I just... So he's having trouble keeping up with his lies, isn't he? He just said that he doesn't mind putting the snitch label on people because at the end of the day, no one's going to care about it.
Shit, he got signed for like $6 million.
True.
So who gives a fuck? But it's like, who gives a fuck?
But then he says that he didn't expose Big Sad for being a snitch because no one would care about it. And it wouldn't be worth it because no one will care about it.
I already know that who it is going to get a pass. So why do it? Why stir up some shit that in a fucking, 2 weeks nobody's going to give a fuck about?
Then why are you exposing anyone at all? Why are you exposing Larry Hoover if no one cares about it? It's so stupid. So what the fuck is going on? And Bootleg kept sitting here like, yeah. But what he's thinking is, man, this guy's stupid. And but he doesn't want to dig in. He's non-confrontational. This is probably why he has the #1 hip hop podcast on the West Coast. He put people on the spot, but he knows that Jake sounds like a fucking idiot. So I just wanted to show you that. Now I do want to move on to this next clip. This is going to be 1090 Jake for the first time letting the world know that he is no longer a blood and that he has dropped his flag and he is an official dropout. Okay, this is really interesting. Look at this.
Like you brought up, I'm a white blood.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Okay. So that's what you're supposed to be. Okay.
None of that shit's on my Instagram anymore. All the pictures are taken down. All the fucking... Like, I turned 30 and I was just like, this shit doesn't serve me. It made sense in prison. Brotherly love, overriding oppression and destruction. I'm broke, you're broke. We come together, we eat.
Wow. So he says it only made sense for him to be a blood in prison because, whatever, I eat, you eat, we eat together. That's not what he's always he's always said. That he was
so
a blood long
basically,
before
you gotta.
He went to prison.
He ain't even
But now
street
he's like,
no more,
it made
nigga.
sense in prison.
He exposing
I really had to
niggas.
show out. I had to show everybody.
If
that I
he
was the
ever
biggest
was
white
like
boy in
that, but
you know what I mean? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
It doesn't make any sense. I mean, and being a white blood,
It's a regular nigga exposing people, and y'all stamped him.
the biggest white boy in the. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make any sense. I mean, and being a white blood in prison actually puts you in a worse position. It doesn't make sense at all to do that. So he's saying it made sense in prison. No, it didn't. And so Jake's not intelligent enough to actually go on an interview podcast and conduct himself because he's a liar and he can't keep track of his lies.
It made sense in prison. Brotherly love, overriding oppression and destruction. I'm broke, you're broke. We come
Nigga,
together.
it seemed like you was just trying to be protected, nigga.
Fuck us up. Well, we're gonna fuck them up together. Out here it doesn't make any fucking sense. Why am I risking what I got going on?
Nigga, you wanted
I'm not out here
protection,
sliding
nigga.
on shit, doing shit,
That
so
boy
it doesn't
wanted
make sense. And then
protection
not
in
only
that
that,
damn
but
So what people need to understand about 1090 Steak is that he's a goof.
What?
He's a fucking goof. And he went to prison for a very short amount of time. He was a short timer. He spent like a matter of months, 36 months tops, years. And he couldn't hang. He was telling people that he wanted to, disalive himself so that he can get special treatment and get away from general population. This is something that he said.
So what I did is I took the razor and I cut myself with the razor. And I didn't I didn't do nothing crazy. I'm literally nicking it, just, forming a long line, just nicking and then pinching my skin so it bleeds a little bit. I took a piece of paper and I wrote, I'm gonna kill myself. I wiped my blood all over it. I started kicking the door down. No, I wanna kill myself. They put me in a psych cell, which is a pretty big size room.
Hey, I heard about that though. I don't know. Some people be doing that shit because of certain shit though. I ain't gonna act like he was scared for doing that. You know what I'm saying? But cause I gotta hear the context.
In a psych cell, which is a pretty big size room. I got a slab mat on the floor. This slab mat, bro, is like the equivalent of a Tempur-Pedic. I don't know if you ever went psych, but this is the thickest, most comfortable mat. So I'm butt naked the whole 21 days in this. Like, I'm really trying to pull this whole psych thing. The whole state of Florida, the psych units were basically on lockdown because they were overpopulated. They couldn't accept any more people, so no one could go. So I wasted my time doing this whole thing. I never got sent anywhere.
Wow. So Jake went to great lengths and did everything he could think of to get himself separated away from all of his blood partners. He wanted to get shipped off to the puzzle factory to hang out with all the J-Cats and the weirdos. So I'm just wondering where it all made sense for him to, get all these tattoos and all this shit. He's not a blood. He's just a normal guy that moved from Malden, Massachusetts down to Florida where he burglarized his own family.
He even admitted it. Shit. Nigga, you only became a blood damn near because you wanted protection in jail. And then now you saying it don't make sense. Exactly. You wasn't even. You wasn't a blood, nigga. You was
He
just
was prison for a
exactly.
very short amount of time.
You
He
said
was
it,
not
nigga. I ain't even said it. You
institutionalized.
said
He
it.
was not. It didn't change him in any way. He just used this to tell stories and make money on YouTube. What? And he's losing interest in this persona because this new girlfriend that he has wants him to.
What? Exactly.
And he's losing interest in this persona because this new girlfriend that he has wants him to be a country boy. She wants him to, wear jeans and shit kickers and wear
Nigga, you
cowboy
from
hat
Boston,
and comb his
nigga.
hair and everything. This is this new direction that Jake's going with his career. He's going to be a country boy.
I'm good. How you doing?
Yo, it's crazy like seeing you without a hat. Like the last few interviews I've seen, I'm like, yo, you like without the tattoos, like you know what I mean? Like you look like you could sell mortgages, bro.
Yeah, you think so? I had people saying that shit the other day. They were like, "Yeah, you really white boying it right now." But
Super white boy. Yeah.
I mean, it's
Jake is actually trying to go country now because of his girlfriend Haley. And
Bro, I
it's
just
really
hate. I ain't got
interesting to
nothing
watch. It's
against
extremely
nobody,
cringe.
bro.
If you go
It's
to-
just when you trying to expose people, like especially black and you white, bro. It just don't sit right, bro. That's it. I ain't got nothing with white. I ain't got nothing against white folks.
Instagram, he's always posting stories of her and what they're doing, and he's always doing
just
some
trying to
pathetic
take
ass
us
shit. It's
down,
like,
and I don't.
please go
fuck
follow
with it,
1090
bruh.
Jake on Instagram. It's really interesting. And I've actually got a full episode. I think it's like a 2-episode was talking about how disgusting his toes are and how pussy and bloody they were in prison. And I was like, oh my god, he's got disgusting.
Nigga, I'm not hearing this.
Yeah, so my shit bleed.
I don't give a damn, bro. I'm not hearing that.
Look at that. Look at that big toe.
Yeah. Hey, man. That's it. Hey, we already got everything out the way. Y'all better tell me what y'all think of that, bro. I'm out, bro. No cap.